Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is the 27th August 2024. In this video, I'm going to generate different supply demand zone reports useful to the premium subscribers. So I'm going to generate these reports with the help of NeoStock Software. The first report, let us find the stocks near demand and supply zones starting from half-yearly time frame. For half-yearly time frame, let us find the stocks near half-yearly demand zone. Only one stock is filtered near to the half-yearly demand zone. I will be giving you only few seconds time to watch the report. So I request you pause the video, you can study this stock and then you can proceed further. In case if you doesn't understand how to study this report, I request you complete our training video, lesson number 21.1, that is part 1 of lesson 21. There I have explained each and every column, their values, abbreviations in detail. Even I also explained how I draw the zone in TradingView by taking the leg in and leg out timestamps and base candle count. Okay, in the next report for half yearly time frame, let us find the stocks near half yearly supply zone. One stock is filtered near to the half yearly supply zone. Next time frame is quarterly. Let us find the stocks near quarterly demand zone. One stock is filtered. Next quarterly time frame, let us find the stocks near quarterly supply zone. Two stocks are filtered. The next time frame is monthly. Let us find the stocks near monthly demand zone. Two stocks are near to the monthly demand zone. Next report for monthly time frame. Let us find the stocks near monthly supply zone. Three stocks are filtered. Next time frame is weekly. Let us find the stocks near weekly demand zone. Two stocks are filtered near to the weekly demand zone. Next report for weekly time frame, let us find the stocks near weekly supply zone. 8 stocks are filtered near to the weekly supply zone. Next time frame is a daily. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks near daily demand zone. 10 stocks are filtered. Let us identify daily high liquidity demand zones from this list. So here we have one stock, Titan. This is a high liquidity daily demand zone and a fresh zone. And you need to fine tune till 5 minutes time frame. If you can find a fresh fine tuned 5 minutes zone, you can plan a trade. The next report for daily time frame, let us find the stocks near daily supply zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Let us identify high liquidity supply zones from this list. This is a pierced zone, so you can't plan a trade, it's invalid. You have M&M Finance. This is a fresh zone. Again, you need to look for a fresh fine-tuned 5-minute zone to plan your trade. Next time frame is 125 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 125 minutes demand zone. And the next report for 125 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 125 minutes supply zone. The next time frame is 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 75 minutes demand zone. 6 stocks are filtered. Let us identify high liquidity 75 minutes demand zones. Cipla is having a high liquidity demand zone already tested once, but it is a rejection. And we have one more SAIL. SAIL is also having high liquidity demand zone and it is a fresh zone. So two high liquidity 75 minutes demand zones are identified from this list. The next report for 75 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 75 minute supply zone. 4 stocks are filtered. Let us identify high liquidity supply zone. The first one is a NIFTY Financial Services. This is FinNifty. This is already listed in F&O. So definitely we can plan a trade. Already tested 3 times, 4 rejections. If you can able to find a fresh fine-tuned 5 minute supply zone, you can plan a trade. Even if you can find any high liquidity supply zone also, you can try. But remember, this is also having high liquidity demand zone. So we can look for trade opportunities from the both sides. If you can find a fresh fine-tuned 5 minutes demand zone, and if you get, you can plan a trade either side. Because the zone is having high liquidity demand zone and supply zone. Until one of these zones is violated, you can look for the trade opportunities. And you have one more high liquidity supply zone, that is SRF. Already tested 4 times and 5 rejections. You need to look for a fresh fine-tuned 5 minute zone. So we have identified 2 high liquidity daily supply zones from this list. Sorry, high liquidity 75 minute supply zones from this list. The next time frame is 25 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. 8 stocks are filtered. The next, for 25 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 25 minutes supply zone. 6 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 15 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 15 minutes demand zone. 7 stocks are filtered. And it is pierced, Tata Communication. Okay, but 15 minutes demand zone and 75 minutes demand zone confluence, let us verify. Because zone confluence, that is the LTF and ITF confluence in the demand zone confluence. So 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence, let us verify how many stocks will filter out of the 7. 2 stocks are filtered. Currently, Astral is supporting sideways trade setup. So because it is in the zone confluence, so definitely at the 15 minute zone confluence, if we get the trade opportunity, we can plan, but risk is 30%. RR you need to improve. You should look for a fresh fine-tuned 5 minute zone, and if you get a good RR, you can plan a trade. Hindustan Copper is also high liquidity zone. Already a 1:4 RR is there. If you can fine-tune to 5 minute zone, you may get even more RR. Okay, this is let us verify out of these 2 whether anyone is having even HTF confluence. So 15 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence, we are verifying. 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone also I am verifying. With all the 3 zone confluence parameters, that is LTF, ITF, HTF is not having any of those stocks. Good. And the next report for 15 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 15 minute supply zone. 4 stocks are filtered. Out of these 4, how many are having ITF confluence we need to verify. So 15 minutes and 75 minutes supply zone confluence. So here 15 minutes supply zone with 75 minutes supply zone I enabled. Let's verify. Only one stock, Coforge, is having a zone confluence, but RR is not good. But if you can fine tune to 5 minutes, you may get RR, but need to verify. But before that, is it having even HTF confluence? Let's verify supply zone confluence. That is 15 minute supply zone with daily supply zone is enabled. 75 and daily supply zone also enabled. Let's filter. No, that is having only ITF confluence. There is no HTF confluence. So the next report is for 5 minutes time frame. Let us find the stocks near 5 minutes demand zone. 3 stocks are filtered near to the 5 minutes demand zone. So let us verify how many of these stocks are having ITF confluence. That is 5 minutes and 15 minutes demand zone confluence. So I'm enabling 5 minutes demand zone and 15 minutes demand zone. Now let's verify. So these 2 stocks are having a LTF and ITF confluence. These are the 5 minutes high liquidity zones. Let's verify any of these 2 are having even HTF demand zone confluence. That is 5 minutes demand zone with 75 is enabled, and 15 minutes and 75, that is a ITF and HTF confluence also enabled. Now we have LTF, ITF, HTF. None of the stocks are supported. Only 2 stocks, ITF confluence, we filtered. The next report for 5 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 5 minutes supply zone. So currently 8 stocks are filtered near to the 5 minute supply zone. Now let's verify any of these zones are having confluence with ITF time frame. That is 5 minutes and 15 minutes supply zone confluence. So here we have 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone. Enable this option. Let's filter. Only 2 stocks are filtered. High liquidity supply zones both. One is high priority high liquidity, this is low priority high liquidity. Let's check any of these stocks are having even confluence with the HTF. Mostly may not be having because both are low on the curve. Low on the curve, that's why you may not get HTF confluence, but let us verify. 5 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone enabled, and 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone is enabled. Let's filter. So as expected, no stocks are filtered. So these are the stocks near demand and supply zones. Next report is the NIFTY and BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. So let's start with NIFTY 50. Starting from monthly time frame, I am generating monthly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Always look into the zone column to find high liquidity zone. Always look into the pierced column if the zone is pierced or not. Remaining easily you can understand. And one more trend also. Whichever the time frame you do select, that time frame you can treat as a LTF trend. So for example, here monthly trend is uptrend. One time frame higher, quarterly trend is uptrend. One more time frame higher, yearly trend is also uptrend. That way you can understand the remaining reports. Okay, the next, changing the time frame to weekly. I am generating weekly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Sorry, it is NIFTY, not BANKNIFTY. Sorry for my mistake. This is the weekly supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is daily, generating daily supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 125 minutes, generating 125 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. The next time frame is 75 minutes. I am generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. The next time frame is 25 minutes, generating 25 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. The next time frame is 15 minutes, generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. The next time frame is 5 minutes, generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. So this is about Nifty supply demand zone chain from monthly time frame to 5 minutes. Next report, Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain we will generate. So it is Nifty Bank. Let's start with the monthly time frame. So I am generating monthly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is weekly. I am generating weekly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. The next time frame is daily. I am generating daily supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is 125 minutes. I am generating 125 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is 75 minutes, generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. The next time frame is 25 minutes, generating 25 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. And the next time frame is 15 minutes, generating supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. 15 minutes supply demand zone chain. And the last time frame is 5 minutes. I am generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. So we have completed Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. Now both Nifty and Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain we have generated. So in the next set of reports, we are going to generate different income trades for bullish and bearish trade setup. First, let's start with monthly income trade bullish trade setup. For monthly income trade, entry time frame is daily, entry zone is a demand zone, and bullish or bearish trade setup at daily time frame I am selecting bullish. The daily demand zone should not be pierced. That's why in the pierced count in daily time frame I am setting the values 0, maximum value 0. That means zone is not pierced. Zone achievement is violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score is 12. All the three filters are applied to daily demand zone. Now let's filter the stocks. So this is the list currently supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Let me scroll the list down. So total 29 stocks are filtered near to the 29 stocks are filtered that are supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Now let us further filter these stocks. Let us verify with Zone Confluence and EMA Confluence. Step by step we will do. First let us check any of these stocks are having confluence, zone confluence with ITF time frame. ITF is weekly. That means we need to look for daily demand zone and weekly demand zone confluence. So in the demand zone confluence, so I am enabling daily demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence. So with this filter, we have generated the report. Now the list is come down to 18 stocks. From 27, the list is reduced to 18. Now these 18 stocks are supporting a monthly income trade bullish trade setup, and also the demand zone, daily demand zone is having confluence with the weekly demand zone. And now we will also verify the weekly demand zone, because daily is having confluence with the weekly zone. So let us verify how many of these weekly zones are having EMA confluence. Weekly EMA confluence. So we are adding one more filter in the EMA confluence weekly time frame, because this is the ITF time frame. So daily zones are having confluence with weekly. So now let's verify any of the weekly demand zones are having a weekly EMA confluence. So out of those 19 stocks, let's verify how many are having the confluence. Now the list is reduced to 11. These 11 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. These 11 stocks are also having a LTF and ITF zone confluence, that is a daily and weekly zone confluence. And also these 11 stocks are supporting all these weekly zones are having confluence with the weekly EMA confluence. And moreover, in the weekly demand zones, daily demand zones are also having confluence. So it's a high probability setup. Okay, now let us remove this EMA confluence filter. Remove this EMA confluence filter. Now let us look for LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. That is daily, weekly and monthly demand zone confluence. Already daily demand zone with weekly demand zone is already enabled. Next, daily demand zone with monthly demand zone I am enabling. And also weekly demand zone with monthly demand zone is also I am enabled the option with all the three filters. Let's look for how many stocks. That means 2 stocks. These 2 stocks are currently supporting LTF, ITF and HTF zone confluence. Bullish trade setup and daily, weekly and monthly confluence. Demand zone confluence. Now let's verify whether any of these demand zones are having monthly EMA confluence, because monthly trend is also uptrend for both these stocks. So I am going back and adding one more EMA confluence filter on monthly time frame. Why I am looking for monthly time frame? That is the doubt you get. Because the daily and the weekly zones are in confluence with monthly. If monthly is having monthly EMA confluence, it is a high probability trade setup. So I am adding demand zone. This is monthly demand zone with monthly EMA confluence. So let's filter from the 2. One stock ZNFC is having a monthly demand zone is having monthly EMA confluence, and also this stock is supporting this daily demand zone is having confluence with weekly and monthly, and also this monthly zone is having monthly EMA confluence. You can verify EMA confluence. So monthly demand zone with monthly EMA confluence. Okay, but here one more point also you should observe. This demand zone, daily demand zone, this is the entry time frame, is also high liquidity zone. Okay, this is about bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. So entry time frame is daily, entry zone is a demand zone, and bullish or bearish trade setup in monthly time frame, in daily time frame, that is entry time frame, I am selecting bullish. Sorry, I made a mistake. Let me repeat again. We are going to generate a bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. So entry time frame is daily, entry zone is supply zone, and also in bullish bearish trade setup daily time frame I am selecting bearish. This daily supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, In the daily time frame, I am adding minimum value 0, maximum value 0, means zone is not pierced. Zone achievement is violated opposing zone. Minimum odd and enhanced score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to daily supply zone. Now let us filter the stocks. Currently none of the stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Okay, the next one is a bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. So entry time frame is 75 minutes, entry zone is demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup, 75 minutes, I am selecting bullish. This 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 75 minutes time frame, minimum value I am entering 0, maximum value entering 0. That means zone is not pierced. Zone achievement is violated opposing zone. Minimum odd and enhanced score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 75 minutes demand zone. Now let us filter the stocks. 14 stocks are filtered. That means these 14 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. That is entry time frame 75 minutes. Now let us verify how many of these stocks are having confluence with ITF time frame. So ITF is daily. That means 75 minutes demand zone, daily demand zone confluence we are looking for. The demand zone confluence, 75 minutes demand zone with the daily demand zone, that is LTF and ITF confluence. Now from 11, the list is reduced to 7. These 7 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade, and also 75 minutes and daily demand zones are having confluence with each other. Now out of these 7, how many are having again EMA confluence with the daily time frame, because the daily is ITF. So daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence, trend is uptrend, it is a high probability setup. So from these 7, let us filter. So in the EMA confluence, daily time frame, we are looking for daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Let's filter. Now the list is reduced to 6 from 7. That means all these 6 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. They are also supporting 75 minutes and daily confluence, and also they are supporting the daily zone is having daily EMA confluence. What is the advantage daily zone is having daily EMA confluence? Because 75 minutes zone, entry zone is also confluence with the daily zone. So obviously the daily zone is having EMA confluence, probably from EMA, and also bullish trade setup. Probably prices will be turning up from this particular zone. Okay, fine. Next, I am going to remove this EMA filter. I removed the EMA filter. Now I want to look for LTF, ITF, HTF zone confluence. That is 75 minutes demand zone, daily demand zone, and weekly demand zone confluence. So already the 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone is enabled here in this filter. Now 75 minutes with weekly also enabling, and the daily demand zone and weekly demand zone is also enabling. With all the 3 filters, 2 stocks are filtered. Here first one is indices, second one is Apollo Hospital. You may ask a question, is indices is useful? If you want to buy in cash any indices, ETFs are available, exchange traded funds. You might be knowing like Bank B, NIFTY Bs, like that. For almost all the indices, exchange traded funds are available. So some people buy even exchange traded funds. So that way you can take a trade in the ETF. Nifty FMCG. Okay, currently these two are supporting LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. Because this uptrend, both the trends are uptrend in HTF time frame. Now we can look for EMA confluence with weekly time frame. That means because daily and 75 and daily are confluence with weekly zone. So weekly EMA confluence is a high probability setup. So let's verify out of these two, any one of the zones at least they have EMA confluence, weekly EMA confluence. So here we have a EMA confluence, weekly time frame. The weekly zone, HTF zone is having, weekly demand zone is having weekly EMA confluence. Let's filter. So one stock, Apollo Hospitals is supporting, the zone is supporting, the zone is having weekly EMA confluence. Okay, the next report is a bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. So weekly income trade bearish trade setup entry time frame is 75 minutes, entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes, I am selecting bearish, and this 75 minute supply zone should not be pierced. That's why in the pierced count, 75 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0, means zone is not pierced, and zone achievement is a violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score is 12. All the three filters are applied to 75 minute supply zone. Now let us filter the stocks. Only one stock is filtered. Currently supporting bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Okay, now let's verify whether this zone is having any confluence with ITF time frame. The supply zone confluence, entry time frame is 75, so 75 minutes and daily supply zone confluence enabled. Okay, this stock is also supporting LTF and ITF confluence, that is 75 and daily confluence. Here supply zone confluence, daily and 75 in the filter. Okay, now let's verify this supply zone. Which supply zone? The daily supply zone, ITF supply zone is having daily EMA confluence. If that is there, it is a high probability setup. So in the EMA confluence at daily time frame, I am checking daily supply zone is having daily EMA confluence. Let us filter the stocks. No, it is not having any EMA confluence, daily EMA confluence. So I am removing this filter. Now let us look for even the zone is having HTF confluence. ITF is already there. Let us check even HTF supply zone confluence is there or not. Already we enabled 75 minutes and daily already enabled. So next 75 and weekly is enabled, and daily supply zone and weekly supply zone is also enabled. Whether supporting all the three filters, HTF, ITF and LTF zone confluence. Oh, this stock is supporting even LTF, ITF, HTF, all the three. So excellent. Now we can look for this. HTF is having a, we cannot verify. The reason is sideways trade setup. HTF is. So there is no meaning in checking for HTF zone with EMA confluence. So not required. But the advantage here is it is having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence, and also it is a high liquidity zone and also a fresh zone, the 75 minute zone. And RR is also excellent. Good. But only thing is you need to fine tune up to 5 minutes time frame, and you need to check whether the zone is having institutional order flow or not. There is no rule that you have to take a trade at fine-tuned 5 minute zone. You can take it for 15 minutes fine-tuned area or 75 minutes fine-tuned area, or maybe in the 75 minutes type 2 proximal level you can take. It's all depending on your risk management, where you want to plan your entry. But until 5 minutes, if there is a fine-tuned 5 minutes, at least there is a confirmation, there is an institutional order flow. Otherwise, there are higher chances the zone will be violated. When we know a zone will be violated, why you want to take a trade in that zone? We look for some other stock. Okay, the next one is daily income trade, bullish trade setup. For daily income trade, entry time frame is 15 minutes, entry zone is demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes, I am selecting bullish. This 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, in 15 minutes, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value I am setting 0, and zone achievement is violated opposing zone, minimum order enhancer score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 15 minutes demand zone. Now let us filter the stocks. So good number of stocks are filtered. Let me scroll the list down. So total 19 stocks are filtered. So these 19 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Now let's verify how many of these 19 stocks are having confluence with ITF time frame. ITF is 75 minutes time frame. So I'm going back. I'm checking 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. So this is the one. I am enabling this option. Now with this filter, let us filter. Now from 19, the list is further reduced to, let me scroll the list down, 18. That means out of 19, 18 stocks are having 15 minute zone with 75 minute zone confluence. Now we need to look for high probability trade setup with EMA confluence. Out of these 18, how many of the ITF zones, that is 75 minute zones, are having confluence with daily EMAC? So in the EMA confluence at 75 minutes time frame, we are checking 75 minutes, entry time frame is 15 minutes. Oh, sorry for my mistake. We are checking ITF because all these 18 zones are having 15 minute zone and 75 minute zone confluence. So that's why ITF zone you need to check. That is 75 minute zone is having demand zone, 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. We are not checking 75 minutes EMA confluence. The reason is the last time frame we are checking is for EMA daily time frame. Below daily time frame, EMA may not give good results. That is one reason. Okay. So we enabled this EMA confluence. Out of those 18, how many will filter? Only 3 stocks out of 18. These 3 stocks are having EMA confluence with daily time frame. All these demand zones. Okay. Now we will look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence by removing that EMA confluence filter. So now we are looking for demand zone confluence, LTF, ITF, HTF. That means we already enabled 15 minutes demand zone with 75 is already enabled. Now we are adding 2 more filters, 15 minutes demand zone with the daily EMA confluence and also 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. With all the 3 zone confluence, let us check how many will filter. So 3 stocks are currently supporting. One stock is uptrend. Let us check whether this is having any EMA confluence, daily EMA, HTF zone. Because already 15 minutes 75 are in confluence with the daily zone. So that's why the daily zone EMA confluence I am verifying. So in the EMA confluence in daily time frame, the daily zone is a HTF zone. Daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. 2 are filtered, but both the trend is sideways. In sideways market, EMA confluence verification is not a valid one. So we can ignore them. But still, they are having LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. They are high liquidity zones. That way we give priority. That way we can look for the trades, but not in terms of EMA filter. Okay, this is about daily income trade bullish trade setup. Next, daily income trade bearish trade setup. So entry time frame is 15 minutes. Entry zone is supply zone in bullish or bearish trade setup. At 15 minutes time frame, I am selecting bearish. The 15-minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, 15 minutes time frame, minimum value is 0, maximum value is 0. And zone achievement is violated, opposing zone, minimum order enhancer score is 12. All the three filters are applied to 15-minute supply zone. Now let's filter the stocks. Only 4 stocks are filtered, and these 4 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Now let us verify any of these stocks are having confluence with ITF time frame, that is 15 minutes and 75 minutes supply zone confluence. So we have 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone confluence. I am enabling with this filter. And now all the 4 stocks are having confluence with ITF time frame. Now let us check any of these 4 zones, the ITF zones, that is 75 minute zones, are having confluence with daily EMA confluence. So I am going to add one more filter, EMA confluence, in 15 minutes, 75 minutes time frame, because this is 15 minutes are in confluence with 75. That means 15 minute zone is part of 75. So that's why we are looking for 75 minutes zone EMA confluence. So supply zone with daily EMA confluence. Oh, out of 4, 3 stocks are having EMA confluence, all the supply zones. So it's a high probability trade setup. Good. Okay, now we will verify HTF confluence also. First I am removing this filter. So what I am doing, adding a HTF confluence. HTF is a daily. So already 15 minutes 75 is enabled. So 15 minutes supply zone with daily supply zone, I am enabling this filter. And also 75 with daily also I am enabling. So now LTF, ITF, HTF confluence we are verifying. So 2 stocks are having. These 2 stocks are having HTF confluence. That's why mostly they are in high on the curve. Now let's verify any of these two stocks are having a daily EMA confluence, because HTF is a daily time frame. So in the daily time frame, because the 15 minutes zone and 75 minutes zone part of the daily zone, that is what zone confluence. That's why the daily HTF zone we are checking for daily EMA confluence. In the EMA confluence in daily time frame, I am checking supply zone with the daily EMA confluence, daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence. Excellent. Both these stocks are also having daily EMA confluence, and both these stocks are having 15 minutes, 75 minutes, and daily confluence is also there. And moreover, both these zones are high liquidity zones, and RR is also good. Second one is having 1:4 RR. But only thing you need to look for, there should be the 5 minutes, the 15 minute supply zone should have a fine-tuned 5 minute zone. Otherwise, there are higher chances zone will be violated. Whether you take the trade in the 5 minutes fine-tuned area, or you take the trade at 15 minute zone or a type 2 15 minute zone, that is up to you based on the risk management. To confirm institutional order flow is there or not, the 15 minute zone should have 5 minute zones. Because already you learned in lesson 20, checklist. The zone, if you want to take a trade in any zone, the zone should have a fine-tuned 5 minute zone. Otherwise, there are higher chances the zone will be violated. Okay. And the last income trade is hourly income trade. So hourly income trade bullish trade setup, entry time frame is 5 minutes, entry zone is demand zone, and bullish or bearish trade setup at 5 minutes. I am selecting bullish. the 5 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count in 5 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value I am setting 0, and the zone achievement is violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minutes demand zone. Now let us filter the list. Now 16 stocks are filtered, and these 16 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for hourly income trade. Now the question is, out of these 16, how many are having confluence with 15 minutes time frame? So 5 minutes demand zone and 15 minutes demand zone confluence. So I'm enabling the filter 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone. Let's look for LTF and ITF confluence. That is 5 minutes and 15 minutes confluence. So out of 16, 15 stocks are having, all 5 minute zones are having confluence with 15 minute zone. Excellent. That means 5 minutes is part of the 15 minute zone. And 15 minutes zone trend is uptrend. Now let's verify these 15 minute zones are having daily EMA confluence. So in the daily time frame, in the EMA confluence, not daily time frame, ITF time frame is 15 minutes. So this 15 minutes demand zone should have daily EMA confluence, demand zone. 15 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Out of the 15, let us check how many will filter. 2 stocks. So all the 15 minute zones. The 5 minute zone is fine tuned with 15 minutes. Entry time frame is 5. 5 is fine tuned with 15 minutes. And the 15 minute zone is having confluence with daily EMA confluence. And also look into the RR. RR is good. And look into the, both are high liquidity zones. The first one is high priority high liquidity. This is low priority high liquidity. But both are high liquidity. But second one is a fresh zone. First one is already tested 3 times. Because this is a 5 minutes high liquidity zone, but supporting bullish trade setup. Good. Now let us look for, by removing this EMA filter. I am removing the EMA filter. Now let's verify LTF, ITF, HTF confluence, demand zone confluence. Already we enabled 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone. This is already enabled. Now 5 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes, that is HTF confluence, and also ITF and HTF confluence 15 minutes and 75 also enabling with all the 3 filters. Let's filter how many will come. So 10 stocks are supporting LTF, ITF and HTF confluence, that is 5 minutes, 15 minutes and 75 minutes zone confluence. That means the 5 minute zone and 15 minute zone are part of the 75 minute zone. Now most of these 75 minute zones are supporting uptrend, only one stock is sideways. Now let's verify these stocks in confluence with daily EMA, the 75 minute zones, because 5 minutes and 15 minutes zones are part of 75, that is zone confluence. That's why 75 I am verifying with daily EMA confluence. So in the EMA confluence, in 75 minutes time frame, I am looking for the 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. This is a high probability trade setup. So these 3 stocks are supporting. We have NIFTY Media, Axis Bank and Metropolis. These demand zones are having confluence. And all the demand zones are high liquidity zones. First 2 are high priority high liquidity. Second one is low priority high liquidity. Okay, fine. And also HTF trend is uptrend for all the 3. And in the next report, bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. For hourly income trade, entry time frame is 5 minutes. Entry zone is supply zone for bearish trade setup and bullish or bearish trade setup. At 5 minutes, I am selecting bearish. The 5 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced column, in the 5 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value I am setting 0. Zone achievement is violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minute supply zone. Let us filter the stocks. Now 5 stocks are filtered. And all these 5 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Now let us verify out of these 5 how many are having confluence with ITF time frame. That is 5 minutes and 15 minutes supply zone confluence. So 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone, I enable this filter. Out of the 5, how many? Now 4 stocks. Out of 5, 4 stocks are having even confluence with ITF time frame. That means 5 minutes and 15 minute zones are having confluence. So 5 minute zone is part of 15 minute zone. Now let us add, because all the 15 minute zones are downtrend. So let us check the supply zone is having daily EMA confluence. So EMA filter we are going to add for the 15 minutes time frame, whether it is having daily, supply zone is having daily EMA confluence. No, none of the stocks from the 4 supporting EMA confluence. Fine, no problem. We are removing the filter. Now let us look, those stocks are having confluence, those 4 stocks are having confluence with HTF time frame. The supply zone confluence with HTF. That is 5 minutes and 15 minutes is already enabled. Next 5 minutes with 75 is I am enabling now. And 15 minutes and 75 is also enabling. It's enabled. Now these 3 filters, that is LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. Out of the 4, these 2 stocks are filtered. First one is sideways. Let us check. The second one is having confluence with EMA. That is 75 minute zone confluence. Because 5 minutes and 15 minutes are part of the 75 minute zone. Because they are having confluence with 75 minute zone. So 75 minutes is having confluence with daily exponential moving average. We have to check. So in the EMA confluence, the 75 minute zone, the supply zone is having daily EMA confluence. I am verifying. So none of the supply zones are having EMA confluence, but they are having confluence with LTF, ITF, HTF. So this is about all the bullish and bearish trade setup income trades. In the final report, let's verify daily ATR. Let us generate. So daily ATRs are generated. First 17 in this list are indices. That includes all sectorial indices. Remaining all are equity stocks, but they are taken from F&O list. So let's verify. I'm scrolling the list down. Any of the stock you want to verify, there you please pause the video. I'm scrolling the list down. So this is the end of the report. Hope this information will be useful to you for your further study and analysis. Let us all meet again in our next video. Thank you.